What's up, People's Action? I said, what's up, People's Action? I'm Reverend Alving Herring, representing the network Faith in Action, and I'm here to express to you, my dear brothers and sisters, our undying loyalty to the cause of liberation and justice for which you represent. I bring you greetings from thousands of leaders across the country and around the world who organize with us, but they are indeed your brothers and sisters. Si se puede, somebody. I want you to know I am Reverend Alving Herring, but I ain't your grandmama's reverend. Because I believe that any reverend doing the Lord's work needs to come out from behind that pulpit and get out in the streets and raise holy hell. And if you are a person of faith or a reverend in this room, or a rabbi or imam or some other spiritual leader, gauge your piety, gauge your sanctity, gauge your worthwhileness to God, not on what you say, not on what you represent, but what you do on behalf of the least of these. That is your obligation. That is your responsibility. I just stopped by because I heard there was a revival going on up in here. Somebody said there's a revival going on up in here. Somebody told me that somebody was looking for justice. Somebody told me somebody was looking for freedom. Somebody told me that they're looking for liberation. If that's what you're doing, I'm glad I'm here. But oh, my brothers and sisters, I bring you greeting from one other place. This is my 66th year on earth. And I'm here to tell you, I bring you greetings from Alving Herring Jr., my daddy, who was a sharecropper by profession, whose daddy was a sharecropper, whose grandfather was a sharecropper, and whose great-grandfather was an enslaved African. That's how real that is for me. And I bring you greetings from Ruth Virginia Cole Herring, a woman who never got past the 6th grade, was given away as a child, but raised her son to stand right here with you right now. I bring you greetings from them. But I also bring you greetings from the west side of Louisville. Not Louisville, Kentucky. Don't get it twisted. Louisville. Is Louisville in the house anywhere? Come on. I heard there was a revival going on, and the classic definition of revival is to be brought back to life. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I want to be brought back to life. I want to revive. I want to revive, neighbor. I want to revive. A revival is where you have an opportunity to live again. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I want to live again. I want to live again. I'm no longer captive to fascism, white supremacy, patriarchy, gender abuse, all the ways in which we have failed. That's no longer me. I want to be born again. But I ain't just talking about Jesus. And frankly, if I was talking about Jesus, I'm probably not talking about the Jesus that you know. I'm talking about the Jesus that I know. The one that saved this black boy from the west side of Louisville, Kentucky, and brings him here. The one who was in that jail cell with me when I was in Ferguson. The one who helped a reporter get out of the melee on Florissant Street, only to come around behind the Taco Bell to the gas station where there were armed soldiers who drew their rifles on me, flashed their lights, and yelled, get on the ground. It was that Jesus that I'm referring to. The one in the streets, come on somebody. The one who will walk with you and march with you, but this ain't a religious thing. This is a revival thing. And so wherever your spirit house is, whatever you love greater than yourself, invoke it now, because tomorrow you you'll be on the streets of this city. And you better be ready. Because I will tell you this, they're ready for you. They're ready for you. They've been ready for you. They knew eventually one day you would come like you're going to come tomorrow. They understood. They got sense enough to know that when the people have said they've had enough, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. That's enough. That's enough. And so I'm here to ask you this question. Who wants to live? Who wants to live in a land of democracy? Who wants to live? Who wants to live in a land where women control their own bodies? Who wants to live? Who wants to live in a place that welcomes all God's children? Gay, straight, it don't matter. We love them all. Who wants to live in a land where everybody, no matter what your immigrant status is, everybody is welcome and everybody belongs to this place? Who wants to live in a land that ain't got no more prisons? Ain't got no more hungry children. Ain't got no more lonely adults. Ain't got no penniless people. Who wants to live in that land? Well, if you want to live in that land, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to fight for it. You're going to have to march for it. You're going to have to strike for it. You're going to have to give everything you've got. So I got a question for you. I got a question for you. And I want you to take this question very seriously. I've been asking this question of myself for 66 years. What am I willing to give so that I can be free? What am I willing to give so our neighbor can be free? What am I willing to give so my dearly beloved sibling can be free?
Reverend Herring,
we're
about to take it to the road. So please give us a prayer because we need a prayer.
Then here's my prayer. If you can't, ask your neighbor, can I hold your hand? If they say yes, hold their hand. If you can stand, go ahead and stand. If you can't, that's all right too. But if you can stand, stand. So I want to pray in the tradition of a revolutionary. This revolutionary's name was Assata Shakur. You may know this prayer. And if you do, you can say it with me. I have a right to fight for my freedom. I have a right to fight for my dignity. I can't expect love and support. I've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. But my chains, I have a right to fight for my dignity. I've got a right to fight and win. I've got a right for love and support. I've got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose but my chains. Amen, 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 amen.
Whoa, thank you. Whoa. Whoa, we can do this, people's action. Thank you.
Amen, amen.